What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel or online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. Excited today, not just because there's a new love of my life, but just because NASA has just given me the Holy Grail, like everybody would say. They basically handed me this in my hand and have changed this photograph enough to where it's obvious and there's obvious artifacts in it, and they're basically, to me, they're just saying, okay, disclosure's here. If you guys want to know about it, um, no way that we were going to miss this photograph. This is one of the best ones. This is from Saul 565, and you might be looking at right here saying, well, what's so great about this? Well, not this little face right here that's been blurred out a little bit. There's so much on this picture I'm going to show you that's been like blurred out, has these blind effects used on it, and I'm gonna show you what they're covering up too. Some of the stuff they're covering up is absolutely amazing, and you can find it all through here. Here, look at this. This is perfect. The blur's been done all over this top layer right here, all over this layer right here, and I can say that with I'm an IT guy, right? So basically, and I'm Photoshop, I've been able to use these software forever. I can look at documents and examine them and wonder know if something's been changed. But I'm telling you, if you look at the quality of the picture right here, this was a picture that was taken, an actual snapshot from the rover, and you have perfect this right here is absolutely perfect. You can see it. Um, Clear as day. And then right next to it you have a blur mark, and when the blur marks are done, they're either being done by the computer or they're done by a human. They're done in their straight. They're just done in straight lines. See how this right here is a straight line across where the actual blur tool's been used. Um, and this has been done anywhere that looks like there's going to be some interesting things. And I tell you what, whatever this area is right here on Mars, the Gale crater, we have run into some amazing things. Um, and you're going to see more and more of this stuff as I show it to you. You're also going to see some pretty cool artifacts here. Like, we've just got random stuff everywhere. It's almost like a junkyard. As my buddy Terry from Paris says, I say this all the time. Uncle Jake's junkyard. There's stuff here. There's just this whole picture is just littered with stuff. And then where the good stuff is, you're going to see that they've pretty much hidden it and blocked it out. So we never get to see what's truly on Mars. The people who go get the supposed raw images, where anybody who actually knows anything about photography knows that this isn't a raw image. This is a JPEG file. It's been compressed. Stuff's been added to it. Um, all right, and then like I said, you're gonna just see some amazing stuff. The symmetry beyond what nature would do. Here you've got this face that's here, 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 and here. You can see it, but it's just been chopped off by the blur tool. So they they'd want you to think that nature. Let me just show you with this little line real quick. Come on, right there. See how perfectly straight it is? They just want you to think that nature did that, and the rover just happened to be perfect when it took the picture to have it a straight line across. All this was hidden from it. Who knows what's out here? It looks like there's lines going this way. It's hidden. Um, some pretty amazing stuff. And like I said, I think you're just looking at ornate stuff all over this picture, and wherever you start getting neat stuff, they start using things like these blind effects right here, the blur tool. I mean, look over here, these perfect carvings in these rocks. Um, Perfect here. Check this out. Look, and even here that it's curved and ridged. Absolutely amazing. Let me show you where I got this for you, then we'll come back, take a look at it, let you know that I'm not making this up. We could probably look at this picture all night, but we're not going to. We're going to look at it for a little while, but I'm going to keep coming. I might have to come back to it a couple of times, but this looks like an area that basically either a lot of junk has come and washed up onto here from the crater. Most likely this was all underwater at one time. Definitely it's overflowed and it's been underwater. You can just tell by the type of rocks. But there's where we're looking at. Let me make sure I got the right spot. That wasn't there. It is right there. Um, this whole area. This was from Saul 565. Let's pull it back a little bit. We're going to go over some of these anomalies. And we're just going to, like I said, we'll just hit it and go through them, change some of the color, and let you see that this stuff is plain as day. Um, you can't miss it. I mean, this stuff is not just random rocks up there. It looks like everything's been melted out. It looks like it's just been thrashed. It's been tossed around. Even up on the hill here over the little lake, you've got something in this little middle area. It looks like a statue that's been blurred out. I mean, you can tell that something's been blurred out there. Um, and I bet you if I play a little bit with the adjustments and maybe give it some gamma and drop some of it, we'd pull some of it back out. See that? Let's see how good we can pull it out. I'll see if we can offset it a little bit. The exposure. All right, let me make that big and see if we can see it now. Um, was this hidden one time out in the middle of the water here? There's something there. You know, something's been blurred out. You can see it's been blurred out. You can see how easily it's been blurred out. This is another one I like to give my buddy Christian over the Olympus Sky. He does a lot of taking these and using these burn tools and stuff like that, and making them look really good. I really don't know how he does it, but you know, I've tried it a couple times. He's gotten on Skype and showed me how to do it a couple times. I'm just never really done it, never really that good, but he's good at pulling that stuff out. So maybe you could take a look at this one. But the closer we get to what's over there, the better stuff's looking. I mean, it's getting better and better and better. So you see that back there? Oh, all right. And it's just everywhere, the stuff on here. So we'll take like I said, we're going to take a quick look at some of these anomalies, and I'm probably going to miss a whole bunch of them. So go ahead and comment and leave me what you guys see, what I've missed. If you make your own videos, leave a link to them, however you guys do it. Like I said, there's so many people making videos now. It's awesome. So anytime I got something up here I want to share, there will be a link. So you don't have to go searching for the link somewhere and typing it out. It's always in the description. And all right, I don't even know where to start on this thing. You can see here, this is something neat because you get these blinds effects, and I hope you can see it on your tablets and cell phones. When I say blinds, it's this. All right, so check it out here. You got like I said, it's like a wheel of stuff here, but the blinds you can see it. Hopefully, you can see it with your tablet. They're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it really chops up what's below it and under it. It just kind of gives it that it just meshes it up and makes it look like dirt around it, especially when they've added all these colors to it. But there's all sorts of interesting tubing and stuff going around this planet. Now let's see if we can't, let's do some auto color and stuff like that, like I usually do, and bring out what Photoshop, this is what it thinks it looks like there. It takes its stuff and it turns it into dark color. Stuff looks a lot more bluer, I tell you. Mars, I got a really neat video out there. Mars is not a red planet, or Mars is not red, and it takes a lot of the pictures out there and does stuff with them. But here we go, check this out. This stuff right here, how cool is this? They would make you want to think that's just a rock, but you can see where it's been messed with, the picture has. Um, let's see if we can't pull more of that out and see what we can come up with here. Look at this here, there's some stuff, looks like some bars and wires coming through there. It's like, where do you even start at to even try and start? There's stuff everywhere. Alright, here we go. Image, adjustment. A lot of times what I like to do is give it the gamma, because the gamma just basically starts pulling out really pulls out the edges and stuff a lot. You can really see what's there, and it gives it a little bit more depth. And things that you didn't see before start pulling out. What really starts making obvious is where they try to hide stuff as well. That also becomes really obvious. Alright, let's take a look at that. Tell me this doesn't look like some sort of statue right here that's sitting in this. This is very ornate here, carved in the front. Not sure what it would be, but it looks to be blurred right up around here. Like they did the heavy blurring around where this well, looks like a head is. I wonder if there's a way to auto color that. Just if I select it like this and try and just maybe if I do the auto tone, auto contrast. I'll use a little bit more. Okay, whatever this is, check this out. It looks like this white piece right here that's in the air, comes off of here, is actually in the air because see how it's got the shadow down there on it? Like this black piece right here almost looks like it's more of a shadow. And you can just see how where they've blurred up top here. So here's how you can tell where they've blurred. See how this stuff does, you know, it looks good. And they've blurred right here as well too. It's been blurred right here, the patch has been. Oops. And the patch right here. Hold on. Let me get the little hand tool here so you can see it better. And how do I know that? Is because right here should be the same quality as up top. See how this comes in a lot more clear, and you can even see, I mean, we're nowhere near the pixel width. Look how small these pixels are, you know, and it just looks chopped out. Now, if it was done in an editing software, like they would have came in here and messed around with it, they probably could have done a better job. I just think it's being done with a computer algorithm somehow. It's amazing what can actually be done without even a person looking at something, just to get rid of anomalies or to make something look smooth over and look normal. But um, hopefully you guys see that, and then you can see, like, so you see that it's got a shadow right next to it. I don't know. To me, that does looks nothing like that's probably not even near the best one on here. But that just is just an example of what's going on, what's being hidden as well. You know, that's the worst part about a lot of this is there we are back. Now let me step forward. Oop, forward, step forward, step forward with the gamma how it was, and go looking through here now. All right. Alrighty. It's like where do you even go here? And you can tell anywhere that's cool. See, you got these blinds effects. Hopefully, you're picking them up now, and you'll see. Because if you look around those things, that's where you should be focusing like your attention. A lot of times, that's what's it's hiding very interesting things, and they make it real colorful around it too. Now, this color comes from the rover. All I've done is done an auto color and something else. This is in the actual picture itself, and I'll show you that once I back it out. See, look, watch, back it out, back it out. See where the colors are? They're in it. So it's either this is being added after the fact, or it's just getting picked up in the camera like that. Um, but look at this here. This looks like the flower of life right there. Now let me go forward a couple, just to get it to where I was. Step forward. I had done the auto color, and then all I did was I add some gamma here. Then, like I said, you really start pulling out what's in it. Now that just might look like a nasty blob of nothing to you. You know what I mean? That's fine. But to me, like I said, I can see here, this is the little area I'm looking at, this piece of machinery or whatever this is right here. Whatever it is, it's connected with some sort of tubing as always, it looks like. Somebody called it the spider web of Mars. It's everywhere, this stuff. Um, Here, there's something else. There's another one of these white things right here. Like, we're getting a lot of these like, bright white um, snake-looking things that kind of they curve into S's and things, and they're actual things because a lot of them have shadows. Um, But this stuff down here, it's almost interesting to say, all right, well, let's see if we can make it, um, let's desaturate this whole picture because another thing that happens when they give it that color, that messes with our eyes a little bit. So let's see what happens if we desaturate. Let's see, layer, image, adjustments, desaturate. You know, that makes it a little bit easier on the eyes. Some of it does, I must say. Um, you can still see where they're using their blur tools and stuff, but you can start picking up stuff a lot more. Like when I say like, look at the symmetry in this. If you go outside and just look at rocks and look around things, you don't get this perfect. You don't get things like this. Not in just rocks. You know, this stuff looks like it's definitely been wiped around, moved around. It was something at one time. Whether this stuff was originated near it or not, that's another story. You know, I'm thinking this stuff probably has been chucked around, tossed. This looks perfectly little statue head right there. This is the one thing. Let's look at this. Let's see if we can't pump this stuff up here. Gosh, this is just it's just too cool to tell you. Without the color, it doesn't affect your eyes as much. But look at this perfect weird looking thing there. Um, I can sit here and just say that all night. That's weird. Look at this. Okay, this definitely looks like this is definitely a head or something or a piece of machinery right here that's coming out of there. The more and more I look at it, it's been blurred all around it. It's got two eyes and mouth, and the shadow comes down, and look at the shape of the shadow. It's that head. And you can see it is, because here, right here, look at this. Look at the shadow on this down here. Um, yeah, that's pretty neat, I must say. Let me see if I can get it big for you so you can take a look at it. That definitely looks like it's either something or something or a butt. It's like definitely the head of something. It looks like or the mouth or a piece of machinery that comes up or something. But it's been blurred here. It's got looks like a hose or something coming down around it. But and the top seems to be just cut off, just like the other ones. Like they cut a flat line across it with the blur, and it makes it like that's perfectly okay. Let me do this layer, new layer. Okay, let me make this layer just kind of so we can kind of see through it. And then what I want to do here is take this and let's see, wonder how big this is going to be. A little bit too big. But just so you can see what I'm talking about, just in case you didn't see where I was talking about, that's the head I'm talking about. Um, and like see down here is the shadow. You see how the shadow comes down here? It's long. See the long, this part of it there? then it comes down here and that's the whole piece of it. So interesting. Some of us would like to sit here and recolor this whole thing one day. Like, what's this here, you know? It's next to all these that look like, they just don't look like rocks. Look at this perfect, I wouldn't have picked this up, but this is a perfect sphere in there. See it, that this is sitting on here, whatever this is connected to? More and more just perfect symmetry. Another sphere, look at this. And this isn't just a circle sphere or whatever this thing has. This here is like one of the, it comes around and hits it up. That's pretty neat. Let's hit this out. Let me delete that. You see a sphere there? See how perfect that is? And so let me go ahead and hit back here some. I've been using the actual keyboard commands. My buddy Christian always gets on me like, use your keyboard commands instead of hitting, going up here and hitting edit and then do it that way. But let's see what else we can find with this without the color messing with us. This was interesting right here that was next to this one piece. And I'll show you that again. There's our one thing I started the video off with, I think. I've done 2 of these videos already, so this might not have been the one I started this off with. But if not, this is something to look at. This is definitely has Ornate. It's been used. See how the blur tool has been used on the center here? There's something that runs across here, and even you can see how the lines even match each other as they go across. Like this thing has definitely been built by something. It might have been metal at one time. That's why it's kind of wavy here at the end. But where it waves, this is what's cool about it. It follows the upper piece here like that follows around. The bottom piece here actually follows that same contour. Then you got an S thing here. I mean, what makes S things? What rocks look like S's? Yeah, the more and more like NASA's becoming so ignorant, people they just won't say anything about these findings. Most of them, because what can they say? They can't sit in a room and tell me that this stuff is normal. If they did, they'd have to sit on. I mean, it'd be one of the most embarrassing things they'd ever have to do for their career. I couldn't sit here in a room and tell somebody. It'd be like me lying about something or like at work, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it for anybody. You know, um, I speculate on this channel. That's why I keep everything open. That's what I do. Is for that's it's my hobby. But this is getting to be sick. The stuff that's out there now, I mean, they're just screaming, find it, take it, what's going on? Let me pull this back to where the color comes back. See how much the color messes with it? And you don't realize it, but that color's still in there, even when I go all the way back to the first part. See how it just blends up? It makes everything blend so much differently. What's the step forward? Let's see. Step forward is with the other piece. All right. See? Too cool. Not really too cool, but and you can tell this is here. This has got a bunch of artifacts in it. So what they do is they just messes it, right down through. I'm sure that it's a piece of software doing it too. I don't think it's an actual person. And if it is, they should be fired because they're doing a horrible job at hiding stuff from us. Especially if you go on Facebook and look at a lot of our different groups out there, people are finding stuff all the time, everywhere they've been. And more blur. See how this is used right here? It cuts off this piece right here, part of that. It's obvious. I mean, they're making it so obvious for us. More and more. What in the world is this stuff? This looks torn up, just like something was just torn up here. Alright, check these things out. This was interesting too. Before I started looking at this, there was like this piece up here. Um, looks like a spoon or something just sitting there. Then you get more of the blurring everywhere you go. What's this here? Looks like an S. This looks like something that was carved out on top. Um, pieces on it. And then you've got here, let me pull back just a little bit more. Because this is one of the first things that grabbed my attention was this right here. It almost looks like some sort of taupe or something like that. But it's got like the head part of it here, the back. Almost looks like a canister or something. Like this would be pop the soda or something like that. Crazy stuff out here on Mars. Let me tell you what. And then, like I said, more and more of these perfect, rounded, handled something right here. This whole area right here looks to be something that's been hidden from us. Oops. And you could tell. You could just tell because of the blur, like the blur. I mean, it's so obvious. It's I think it's time to finally get NASA to come out and talk about some of this stuff. It's like, okay, why is there blurry from here to here, but you can tell here in the middle it's not. You could take these lines and really see these lines right here. You can see the lines right there. Let's get real ignorant with this piece right here and use the gamma and see if we can't find pull any of this stuff out. Exposure. I don't know if that helps by dropping it down. I'm just going to run through the gamma real fast. All right. When we do that, now you can see this right here definitely there, whatever that is. It's clear as day. This piece right here looks like a piece of machinery. It looks like it's riveted right here, and it's got like a rivet there, and it's like ribbed on the actual end of it. Looks like a pipe or something coming out this end. Pretty cool. I must say, here's another piece of something here. Look at that. Just looks like a piece of metal sticking out. And it's hard to see this stuff when everything's turned up. It just starts to, it just disappears in the mess of everything. Um, see, everything just starts disappearing. Perfect symmetry. Do, do. Alright, cancel that one out. I thought this was cool, just this rock right there. Then even like here, you say you've got these perfect pieces right here that just look like they look out of place, you know. You don't see these all over here. Right here, something's been taken off this rock. This was something cool. You could just tell because look, why would they need to blur that out? And you can tell they blurred it out. Like I said, I've said this a lot today because look, up here you've got two little perfect things, but then it should pretty much follow the contour of whatever this is. And look how dark the rock is right here. Why does it all of a sudden get light? It looks like it had something up there they had to get rid of. Whether they did it, like I said, or a computer did it. And look at this thing coming out of here. These just look like parts. Just looks buried in the sand. Pieces of machinery. Perfect. I can see it now. This looks like a rolling pin or something like that. It looks like it's just stuck into the mud there. Right next to this trash stuff that's just there. Let me do the gamma again. This is kind of interesting under there. Look under there. It looks to be carved out and stuff like that. So whatever this stuff was or used for. Soda. That brings me back to that guy again. Right here. See him right? Can you see that? I hope you guys can see it. You can see that it's just been chopped off, lopped off. His head's been blurred out. So whatever was there, it looks like either that or it was left there on purpose to take your eyes away from this other stuff. You know, saying, oh, that looks like a face. Like they can easily say a face because we're designed to see faces. It's easy to just call it a rock, matricing. You know, oh, you're just seeing stuff. It's just that's what we're designed to see. Bam, and they dismiss everything that way. Well, you can't dismiss all this other stuff. You did perfect circles, what look to be other little faces and stuff like that, but stuff that's all connected to each other. Let's roll through this with the GAM over here. Some of this, there's so much stuff here. I didn't even check this whole picture out when I said I've been looking at this thing for a day. And I figured this would be the next one I made a video on. I was like, this one definitely deserves it. It's just too much good stuff here not to do it. Here we go. Actually, here we are, more and more. Like this to me is just utter proof right here that what I'm talking about is right. Let me keep on making it go up a little bit. See what we can't pull out even more. And we're going to look at patterns here. You know, patterns of things. Things that move with each other. Like here, this is a pattern. Even so, the top piece here is a pattern as well. You've got this going across here, and then on it you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 knobby pieces, right? This comes down, it goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, and over. It follows these little knobs. So whether this piece right here was something at one time, who knows what it was. This could be, who knows whatever, how big these people were, if they were even people, who know what they look like, how they created this stuff, whether it was created through different forces. But the more and more I see this stuff, I think, gosh, okay, some of this stuff can be created by water, wind, and all that, but not all of it. I know I've said that a lot, and I will continue to say it. Um, I think the picture stands for itself. The guys, I can't believe you guys sit here and listen to me blab this whole time anyway. I'm sure some of you just hit mute and watched the video, but alright, let me pull back out the preview, see what. But see the difference between what you can actually see and you can't see? When you've got that, this here, check this out, kind of looks like a screw of some sort that's off the side into there. And along with these pieces right here, this just looks like it could be thousands of years old, maybe even millions of years old, and just dilapidated ruins. I mean, heck, look at like how we find some of these places like Göbekli Tepe here on Earth. buried, even though they think that was intentionally buried. So much stuff we find, like even Egypt, like some of the pictures from when I think it was Alexander the Great went, um, were just amazing. The sand and everything, how much was on it, how much had blown and was there, how buried it was. So once again, you get these blinds effects only where neat stuff is they don't want you to see. And this kind of looks like a perfect square. Let's see if we can't look at this. One, two, three, four perfect spheres right there. Um, that's where I have find trouble finding randoms. Oh, that's just random. I just don't see that as random. Can't be. How could four random spheres be right there in the middle of nowhere and just perfectly lined up like that? So let's try and give this. Oops. But I hope you guys weren't watching in the dark. All right. Here we go. See if we can't do this again. You can see where they've blurred it out here with the things that come up, but I'm wondering if this looks like a tray of some sort that came out. And it looks like whatever it is, it's broken here, and you can't really tell the difference. Where this line is, this looks like they chopped it and blurred some of it off because you just see the missing piece right there. But this, I couldn't tell. This also brought my, I kept looking at that, and I haven't really said much in the video because you can't tell if it looks 3D to me. It almost looks like a piece of a box or a lampshade or something. It looks like there's the top of one of those old lamps you see like on the side of the road, but like an old city somewhere. All right, here again, this looks like this was circle at one time. Uh, I kind of like that preview button. You can just go and hit it where you would see like this here to me without. Let's see if this looks what we get with it. More and more symmetry. So this one's definitely one to download, I think. I would be putting this in your collection, especially these are small ones. Like I said, these Curiosity Rover ones, they're such small pictures to not be downloading the ones that are cool. Stick them away. Like I said, if you enjoy the videos, hit like. That helps out a lot trying to get them out in the first. When you get to start putting the videos out, I realize I shouldn't be putting them out this late at night. It's 8:30. I should wait till the morning to stick this out, but I just get so excited I want to get them out. You guys hit like. If you send it to your Facebook page, it's more chance of it get picked up somewhere. Like there's so many alternate websites that are out there that pick some of this stuff up. Like Scott Waring's website, he'll put some of my stuff up on, and when he does, I get an extra 2-3 thousand hits right there from him, just from him putting that up. It gets tossed around Facebook a little bit more. So when you share these things, you're helping us out. Not just when you share mine, but when you share anybody who makes videos that spend some time on it, you enjoy them. Definitely share them. Hit the like button for them. Um, Look at that stuff right here. This just looks like old machinery that's just been buried into this side of this mountain here, whatever. This is cool too. I couldn't tell what this was. It almost looks like one of those shadowy figures in a painting sitting there looking at you. Um, but this stuff just looks like metal and pieces and stuff that went together that just crashed and got thrashed one time. Look, stuff like this just sitting in the mud. It looks like a part to something everywhere. Stuff looks like whatever came into it looks like it got really high heat here on Mars. Like something happened with, it had to have been a thermal, it had to be very hot. So many people tell me there was a war up there on Mars, and that's how a lot of this stuff got destroyed. Um, I'm not sure about that. I know that we easily can make up a bunch of stories, but I tell you, just like I can sit here and see stuff in these pictures, I see what I see, you see what you see. Um, I think we're getting to the point where we can officially say, all right, NASA, it's time to come clean and say, let's see the real picture. Because if this is the real quality from the rovers we're getting right now, like I said, somebody should be fired. You all should be fired. Um, there should be like a neat, like the cameras that should be on these things. I mean, I know we're getting better quality, and we're just not getting to see it. There we are. Check this little piece out. Another pretty cool little thing. Like I said, and more symmetry, more stuff, just kind of just random rocks, right? All right, guys, much love to you. Here, let me do this one more time. Let me hit the gamma up, and then I'm going to back out and show you the whole thing with the gamma just kind of boosted to see how it looks from the... Sometimes I think when you see stuff smaller, you can see it a little bit better. Maybe get a little offset. All right. I bet you could sit here right now and comment and tell me 25 things you see right there. It looks like a junkyard, stuff that you see around your house, or All right, there's a shot with the gamma. Not even look down here at the bottom and show you some of the stuff. Yeah, we did go over some of this stuff. Okay, cool. This right here looks like it's a pack, two places. This was the machinery. This definitely looks like some sort of shipwreck or something. Something wrecked right here. This was, and you can even see here. It looks like the outline, perfect outline of a body of another ship or another craft. Who knows? Like I said, I see what I see. You see what you see. My name is Will. What's up in the sky 37? If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe. If you're one of my subscribers, I love you guys. You all rock. You send me emails. You tip me off to this stuff. This is just one I've been going through and found, I think, on my own, but I'm sure somebody else has already done a video on it, showed some of this, because there's that many good people out there looking for stuff and getting this done. As I scroll through these last little bits, you see things like this that just looks like metal material and definitely seems to be at least tubing. I mean, perfect. You can't say that that's not either that or it's a rock that's been perfectly, like a base, perfectly hollowed and then turned and messed with it somehow into heat. But look at that. It looks like a piece of sheet metal over top of it. What do you guys think? You guys see what I see here? It doesn't take much. Download it, add a little contrast, add a little gamma. You'll be doing the same exact thing. You'll see this stuff just as much as you see it when you don't have it turned up. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Much love to you. What's up in the sky 37? Peace.